Hello Pisces, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 29th of March through to the 12th of April 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Kindred Fauna oracle, which I'm using today to draw a couple of cards just to start your reading off with. So let's see, what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Pisces for the 29th of March to the 12th of April 2021. What messages are here for Pisces for the next couple of weeks? What does Pisces need to know now? Alright, so let's just make a little fan. Oh, this deck fans so nicely. And we'll just take a couple of cards from there. And let's see what you get. Wow. Crow's Cauldron, which is about mystery, and transformation, which is about transformation. So you've got Crow's Cauldron about the unknown, embracing mysteriousness, enjoying it, and perhaps through this unknown period, this mystery, you're enabled to transform. It sort of shows transcending from one stage to a better state, coming out. I just get a sense of things opening up for you, a period of abundance, and just embracing a transformation and being brave enough to endure a period of uncertainty, of unknownness. But if you like, I will read the little poems that go with, well, they're not little creative writing excerpts that go with these cards, because I just think they're so nice. So here you have the Crow's Cauldron. A blessed darkness has fallen, and I drift into the time that is out of time. I can see the swirling cauldron of the universe, and there is no discernment between reality and imagination. The world is a cauldron of mysteries, vast and unknowable. So it is certainly about embracing mystery, unknown, and sort of perhaps you may find yourself in liminal spaces at this point. And then you've got transformation, which is always a nice card to get, I think. So renewal and metamorphosis. The breeze catches under my wings, lifting me into the sunlight. I am renewed, and the world welcomes me with open arms. So feeling renewed, refreshed, and feeling that change of energy, lifting you up and embracing you, a lightening of spirit. So there you have your oracle cards, and let's see how the rest of the reading goes. Let's see what's on the cards for Pisces for the 29th of March to the 12th of April 2021. What messages are here for Pisces for the next couple of weeks? What does Pisces need to know at this time? So this is the Oak, Ash and Thorn Tarot that I'm using today, and I'll do my usual 8 card spread for you, with the first 2 cards depicting you where you are now, and the next 2 cards highlighting the challenges you face at this time, with the next two cards offering some guidance from divine energies as you work your way to the last two cards, which reveal your possible outcome to this 2-week period. So you start here with the Knight of Cups and the Hermit. And then you have as your challenge the Lovers, which is interesting following the Knight of Cups, and the King of Wands. Just going to move this over a tad. And then your guidance from Spirit is the 5 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Okay. And then you've got the 9 of Pentacles and Judgment. Rising up, transforming. And you've got the World, stepping into a new phase. The World is about the natural ending of one phase and the beginning of a new one, with a sense of adventure and accomplishment and celebration of that. So that's lovely to put at the end of your spread. So you start here with an offer of love or an offer given with love. So there's this quest for finding harmony, joy, love. The Knight of Cups is a sincere and heartfelt love, but one that is perhaps a little untamed, perhaps a little intense and misguided in some degrees. So there's this turmoil about love, passion, harmony, or seeking for harmony. And talking of seeking, you have the Hermit on a long and lonely path. And he's looking for some enlightenment. Now, this suggests perhaps being overwhelmed by a proposition, or being overwhelmed by your emotions, and then retreating within yourself to do a little bit of soul seeking, to look for the answers and finding them from within. I get a sense of having, moved away from this on your own. And I get a sense of sort of loneliness or sadness with that. But the positive aspect of the Hermit is that he's seeking enlightenment. He's ready to, he knows within himself this is a time of that heralds transformation, and perhaps this is why he moves into his own space and leaves the busyness behind him in order to reflect and consider and contemplate life and how he is and how he feels, and hopefully find an answer from within. Yeah, and then you've got your challenges that you face is to do with pairing up, is to do with finding that ultimate love. I mean, the Lovers is very often about a choice to commit to something. And perhaps there's a sense here that there's the possibility for a good connection, but you're not sure if you want to commit. You're not sure if you want to choose that committed togetherness and make it formal and official. Because you've got here with the King of Wands, there's a sense of wanting to do things your own way, wanting to go your own way, having a strong sense of your own willpower and your own creativity, and wanting perhaps to explore that. I get a sense it's almost like love is knocking on the door for some of you, but you're not quite ready to totally commit to it. And this is your challenge, walking away from it or turning around and embracing it. And that's the dilemma. So your guidance from Spirit suggests, with the 5 of Pentacles, this shows, a bit of lack, a bit of loneliness and feeling cast out and feeling without the resources to put into this. It suggests, though, it sort of comes at with a lesson, and that is, what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. So if you're going to focus on a sense of lack and a sense of being without and a sense of not fitting in, that's going to come back to you, and you're going to feel even more lonely. There's a difference between feeling cast out and choosing to take some time on your own to consider things. And what I think it sort of suggests is don't get too introspective, because that's like the dark side of the Knight of Cups then. That's where you may find yourself isolated and alone, where you have this potential for a union, a commitment. And it needn't be love in the romantic sense. It could simply be something about a project or a job or a home, something that offers you this potential to feel whole, to feel harmonious and contented in your environment. So I'm getting a sense here that the guidance in the reading is not to overthink things, not to concentrate on the intensity of emotions, but to work towards getting some degree of balance, really. Because here you've got like the King of Wands. He certainly is entrepreneurial and he's independent, but he's in line with the Knight of Wands, likewise independent, entrepreneurial, very adventurous. But the dark side of the Knight of Wands is that he comes and he goes as he pleases. He may leave at any time. I'm getting a sense that for those of you who feel this resonates with regards to relationships, if you worry about being abandoned, if you worry about someone going off on their own when, sort of coming and going as they please, this is what you're going to project out and what you're going to attract back to you. So I get a sense what the reading says is that you work on finding that time alone, and that is a good thing, and building up a wealth of your own independence, so that if you do enter into a committed relationship or into a committed partnership of any sorts, you have maintained a degree of independence. So you become the independent one as well, because this moves you towards the Nine of Pentacles, which is about having built up something stable, secure, abundant, and being able to enjoy that. And that's done on your own, through your own discipline, through your own efforts, and having created your own space. So the Hermit, where you are now, is a very good path to choose, so long as you don't become maudling in it, so long as you don't allow emotions to overwhelm you. It's needing to keep your head space clear a little bit, to temper emotions a little bit. And perhaps this is where the Crow's Cauldron comes in, because it sort of suggests to me entering a territory that's unknown to you in some way, whether it's, this not just simply not knowing how this potential love is going to turn out, and being able to work, enjoy as much of it as you can, and in a positive way, without ruining it by worrying about being abandoned and left alone. So there you have the Crow's Cauldron, about embracing the unknown and enjoying the mystery of it, just letting it be. But for your own peace of mind, the potential for making it work for you, whether it lasts or whether it doesn't last, is to maintain your own sense of independence. And then it brings you to this wonderful transformation. And I think, this is what comes of relationships. We often enter into them looking for completion. That film, I can't remember which one it was, where that bloke says, "You complete me," is very romantic, ideal, but it's not psychologically healthy, before we can get the most out of potential relationships, we need to feel complete within ourselves. You can't rely on another to complete you, because then you're putting yourself into a situation where being abandoned or left behind is just very painful. So I get a sense here of you getting that, perhaps through your time alone, through your contemplation and inner reflection, and realizing that if you maintain some degree of independence, you will feel richer for it. You will always feel the sense of abundance and prosperity on an emotional level, if not on a material level as well. And then you get this rising up, reinventing yourself. This is all about a calling, rising up, and look at all the butterflies there. Transformation, being reborn as a new person, whole, more complete than before, and enjoying that. And there you've got the world, having reached the end of a journey, having accomplished something within yourself. So it looks like the next 2 weeks is quite a good growing period for many of you. And it's to do with the uncertainty of whether or not to commit to a partnership of sorts. And sort of working through the working around, or working through, or working with the fear of being abandoned after giving yourself, committing yourself to something. And they're finding that the clue within that is building something for yourself, maintaining your own independence, because there the real reward lies, and through that you reach a transformation, step into a new phase, and having found some enlightenment. So there you have it, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And before we go, I just want to have a little look at this card that kept falling open in its flow, which is going with the flow a bit, being adaptable. So not thinking of a situation needing to be rigid and going by the book, but adapting a little bit, going with the flow, being flexible, and being flexible with yourself. And thereby, I think it's important holding on to that independence. See how rich and rewarding that is, and it results in enlightenment. So there you have it, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. And then have yourself a good 2 weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.